So hello again once, lords and ladies, coming back for my weekly dog walk. So this is the best time to do, did you meet your buffers? This is the best time to do a video. So it's interesting because if you look at my previous videos, like the targeted journey, quote unquote saga, I've been talking about, when I got here, when I got to initially to this part of Ontario, things quieted down for like a year and then started spiking up again with false allegations, stuff like that, rah, rah. Still in and out of courtrooms, winning every single fucking case for like the last 6 years. Going through a $500,000 civil case because when the landlord burnt down my apartment thinking that he could blame everyone else, I recorded everything. So now he's suing an electric company. Anyway, so, long story short, now I know my friend said they need to see your face, blah, 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 blah. Listen, after the last 2 years of stupidity, I have been drinking so much and eating so much. I look like Michigan Tire got stung by 1,000 bees. You guys don't want to see this face. But you want to see this face? Or that bum? So, if you recall, I had mentioned the building I was living at. This guy said that I was inappropriate with him and the police were called, which didn't happen, but it gave him an opportunity to take my phone. That's why I'm using a crap phone. Anyway, so it's like always these allegations. Well, the property manager of that building is sisters to the owner of this dog. Right. There's no coincidences. And like I knew no one when I moved to this township. Because as you can see, it's all cornfields and hee-haws and, snap your knees and clap your hands kind of shit. So it was interesting because her and I were talking yesterday. We went into a nearby city to go shopping, and she says, it's weird that Shannon never says hi to you. Oh, I shouldn't be seeing names. Now you know her name's Shannon. So, like, she never says hello to you. And it's just like, no, isn't that weird? Well, guess who Shannon is going in business with? Driving taxi. And she's actually bumping a contract to let this methed out dealer who lost her kids and is in custody, the gangstalker usual. She's fucking letting her work for her. So you can imagine the bad mouthing I get from both of them. So I'm just like, okay, coincidences? No, this is definitely the whole plan thing. But I gotta say, because I've been close enough to the sister whose dog, the owner of this dog is, and she knows there's things being said about me, but I don't think she understands why. And so it's funny because I've been sort of communicating to her and being like, now don't you find it a little weird? And so anyway, so what had happened is, so Shannon's perspective was that she had walked in to the room, which is a tenant's room. It's a rooming house, but you can't just walk into the room, and saw me touching him inappropriately, which was his arm. Woo-wee, oh no. So anyway, and I'm like, that doesn't make, because I was really drunk that night, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. A, I don't recall her coming into the room, but B, why would you just walk into a tenant's room at like 9 o'clock at night? Because she was never on property until like only like 2 days a week to clean, and that would be during like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and she goes, yeah, actually, she never mentioned that part to me. And I'm like, oh no? Well, she said she walked in and saw me touching his arm or something like that. And she's like, no. She said, and because she's, gangstalkers, gotta love them. She's like, no, because she was seeing Mike at the time. And she said she wasn't cheating on him because there was a tenant now that's living with her full time, not paying rent, not working. The gangstalker way. He is pretty though, for an idiot. So anyway, so we basically, she was just like, no, that's not, Shannon wouldn't have been there that time of night unless she was seeing him. And she told us he was, so it's like people that are not a part of this whole gang stalking thing are actually seeing like things that are bonded together. Come on. Seeing like how things, and I'm like, now isn't it funny that those allegations were made and then all of a sudden, the taxi people move in and then I'm dealing with their stupidity and their, and that guy that broke my phone shows up at my building shortly after I moved there. Well, if I was such a terrifying, horrible, predator, why would you show up at the building, at the apartment next to me smoking meth, right? Oh, and P.S. by the way, Shannon's like, Taxi girl is clean, I swear. Well, guess what? My friend that works in outreach work have been getting complaints because she's been on government contract. Now she's living in subsidized housing. Let's remember this. Government contract was driving people to the methadone clinic, like 6 people in a car, and pulling out a pipe and smoking with all of them. And one of the dudes was like, I'm not cool with this. I'm going to piss dirty, right? Just for being in the car. Like he didn't smoke. So there's complaints and stuff going in, and I'm seeing that they have a lot of leeway, these people that work with corrupt police. So it's just like, looking at it now, I'm sort of mesmerized by the lack of, come on, lack of acknowledgement, lack of responsibility, but also too, they're not coordinated like they were in the city. So, and I'm seeing the who's in the club and who's not. But what's really funny is now they're starting to see that there's consequences, even for them that are, informants and working with like the bad aspect of, society. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring this up, like all these coincidences and all these, serendipitous things, but it's not as well controlled as it used to be. Take advantage of this, people. It's our one chance.